So Hanna, we welcome you here in Malmö. What's your first impression of Malmö and everything here around the stage and the arena?
It's really wonderful. The stage is amazing. As I'm sure you've seen it, it's top of the line. Malmö is a beautiful city, which I'll get to explore a little bit more in the coming days. So it's great, wonderful.
You're a native of America, so how does it come that you're singing for Slovenia?
I actually am married to a Slovenian, and we've lived in Slovenia together for 6 years now. I work in the Slovenian music industry. I've been really integrated into that community there, and that's kind of how this has happened.
So, did you hear something about the Eurovision Song Contest before in America? Did you get in contact with it? Did you watch it somehow, or and what was your first impression when you saw it on TV?
I never saw the actual competition from the States because they don't televise it there. But I knew about it from a very young age because it was something that catapulted a lot of big bands and singers, and I had heard about it, and I thought it sounded very exciting and a very cool idea. So yeah, I hadn't watched it, but I had heard about it.
Your song is a dance song, I would say, with this typical dubstep, which seems to be very popular among all the contestants here right now.
We were the first. I noticed that when we did our dubstep, not that anyone copied us, but after that we noticed in the final versions of several other countries they had a little dubstep mid.
Do you think they copied you well or not?
Ours is the best dubstep.
You also changed your video clip. Why did you change it, and what's the meaning of the video clip?
We didn't really change it. There was a performance video that we first did to present the song, and then we did an official video. So, yeah.
Coming to the Balkan prejudice, a lot of people think that the Balkan countries always give votes to the other countries. Something like Croatia gives Slovenia 12 points and vice versa. But if you follow the statistics, Slovenia does not really profit from this.
No, we don't.
Why do you have a special explanation for this? Or?
I think that maybe this is because Slovenia is not really considered a Balkan country. It's part of former Yugoslavia, but it's the only former Yugoslavian country that isn't considered Balkan. And I think that's probably why, just the little differences in the culture in that way.
Or do you have some special singers you remember from Eurovision Song Contest, maybe Celine Dion or something like that? What's your personal favorite song, could you say?
Well, I remember Celine Dion in the 80s. I remember Katrina in the Waves, of course, ABBA, of course. My favorite song is, of course, actually last year's winner, Euphoria. That was my favorite ever Eurovision winning song. So,
what's the expectation from this contest?
Expectations, my hopes, are that we make it into the final. I think that, I think that we can do that, and beyond that, all paths are open. So we'll see.
Yeah, unfortunately, last year they didn't make it, but the year before they make it.
They did. Yeah, it's some years are really positive and other years not. So, fingers crossed. This year is a good one. Hey, this is Hannah. I'm representing Slovenia, and you're watching EurovisionLive.com.